Yesterday, I had a call from a regular caller who said, you know, there's this stem cell treatment for COVID-19. And I was like, what are you talking about? Well, I promised that when I got home, I'd look it up. And I did. And this is the problem with the National Institutes of Health.gov, the NIH.gov website that publishes scientific papers. Anybody can submit to it, and anybody can get anything published. And what I found on ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/etc. is this article called Mesenchymal Stem Cell Treatment for COVID-19. And it looks like it's an official, publication, like some kind of, hey, there's real science here. Well, it turns out, they say, well, a total of 119 clinical studies were considered. The number of the country with the higher number of studies was China. Most studies are still in the recruitment process. So first of all, this was not scientific research. This was somebody who compiled a list of other research, number one. Number two, none of that other research has borne out anything. They go on to say, since July 2020, only one new scientific manuscript has been published describing clinical results from stem cell therapy for COVID-19. And then they go on to say, the lack of complete detailed data from published studies are a challenge and compromise any further conclusions at this point. In other words, ignore everything is what they're saying. This is nonsense, but we're going to publish it and make it look like there's something to it. It looks so official. So just be very, very careful and be very skeptical of things that you read on the internet, because there are so many people out there now, and you've got actual foreign governments now trying to convince Americans that you don't want to get the vaccine because, hey, we figured out a stem cell therapy. You don't need it. Or you don't want to get the vaccine because, whatever. You do want to get the vaccine. And by the way, if you haven't heard the news, this is a week or so old. I've mentioned this before, but it's worth mentioning again. Everybody who's over 18 in the United States needs to go out and get a booster. If you've had 2 shots already, or if you've had the J&J shot, get a booster. If you're 6 months over, past your last vaccine. I predict that, over the next couple of years, we're going to start every 6 months, we're all going to get a COVID shot, just like we get a flu shot every year. And the people who refuse to get them are going to get COVID, just like the people who don't get flu shots get flu. I realize the flu shots are only, 30, 40% typically effective. These anti-COVID vaccines are far more effective, massively. I mean, in the 90, 95% range against serious illness or hospitalization. And they'll tweak it over time to accommodate the new variants. But, get with the program. If you're not already vaccinated, please get out there and get vaccinated.